a wreath at Arlington National Cemetery. The head of state will engage congressional
plus investment.
We do apologize for that, but moving on, following increased complaints from farmers about expensive fertilizer and their compensation, Agriculture Minister Mithika Linturi was questioned by the Senate regarding these farmers' complaints about the unavailability of top-dressing fertilizer in national grain warehouses. Linturi, responding to senators' questions, stated that the government has put in place robust strategies to ensure farmers get the fertilizer they need in a timely manner. He further stated that the government has waived a 6 billion shilling debt owed by coffee farmers in the country and defended the Ministry of Agriculture's actions for the farmers.
We offer coffee fertilizer under the subsidy program. It's called the 1717, something like that. And yesterday, I want to say yes, there has been a delay in the provision of the coffee fertilizer because of certain obvious reasons. You know, Kenya does not produce fertilizer, so we import, and it's common knowledge over the problems that we have had around the Red Sea on importation and many other issues. But yesterday evening, I confirmed that by end of day or tomorrow, we will be able to have the coffee. We mobilize a number of coffee fertilizer to around that are available, and I'm sure the 1717 coffee fertilizer will be available, I think, latest tomorrow, and ETG is providing or is bringing in this by end of day. So that one I can assure you, Mheshimiwa, at least we have made provision for that. We have confirmed its availability, and we will be in the market by tomorrow.
Following the strike by secondary school teachers nationwide, the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers, that is KUPPET Embu branch, threatened to strike in support of the teachers at JSS who have been on strike for the past 2 weeks. Speaking after a peaceful demonstration to the TSC offices in South Embu, KUPPET Embu Secretary General Jacob Karura warned school heads to stop intimidating JSS teachers demanding their rights. They also called on Parliament to amend the budget to allocate more funds for the permanent hiring of JSS teachers.
Unaamka asubuhi kwenda shule unajiuliza, where am I going? How will I survive the whole of this day with the intimidations from the head teachers? And then saa unafika pale unaambiwa hurumia hawa watoto, saa wewe mwenyewe una watoto na hana mtu wa kuwahurumia.
That heads of institutions who are threatening the mocks should be warned as from today. The mocks are demanding for their rights, and therefore should not be teased in any way.
Lakini pesa umetenga haitoshi kuajiri interns wote 46,000. Tumekuona ukizungumza katika kanisani katika mikutano ya hadhara ukisema kwamba umetenga pesa ya kuajiri walimu 26,000. Na sisi tunataka kukuomba kwamba heri kuziba uva kuliko kujenga. Sawa kuliko kujenga huku.
Migori County government has warned private investors and developers to refrain from grabbing public land. Andrew Mwera, Migori County Chief Land Officer, stated that private investors will not be allowed to encroach on public land for personal gain and to obstruct the county's development plans. Caleb Akal, ward representative for Central Kamagambo, emphasized that the community stands united in protecting public resources for the benefit of future generations and the public in general, saying that this action will help plug loopholes in land grabbing in different parts of Migori County, issuing a stern warning against such land grabbing.
Going to be used for public purposes. It will not go to individuals. It will never go to individuals. If you want a private land, please go buy. There are several title deeds outside there. Go buy, own a title, have land, develop it to the capacity that you want to develop it. But public land, let it remain to the public.
Let's sit down as residents of Migori County and we discuss this issue and solve it. That is the thing. If it is theirs the way they are claiming.
More than 300 tourists aboard the MS Insignia ship were buffeted by strong winds and storms caused by the tropical storm Lali as they sailed to the port of Mombasa. According to the Kenya Meteorological Department, Lali escalated to tropical cyclone on Tuesday and is expected to dissipate by Wednesday. It will remain outside the sea despite passing within 150 kilometers of the Kenyan coast. Ships calling at the port of Mombasa have not been affected by the storm. Lawrence Badase, manager of the ship with 357 passengers and 396 crew members, said the ship was not full as some passengers disembarked in Dubai. The ship was supposed to.
So we had to go around Africa. So it was a delightful add-on that I never expected in my life. I probably would have never had this opportunity.
And it's been an incredible voyage. I've been on the ship since last December, so for about 5 months. And we had some rough seas yesterday, but I'm very excited to be here and really enjoying the welcome from all of you.
As Kenya Tourism Board, we are extremely pleased to see that cruise tourism has recovered following the challenges that the country and the world faced during the COVID-19. And going into the future, we're working closely with the Kenya Ports Authority and the players within the cruise ship sector to ensure that we truly recover and go back to the year 2000 when we received over 19,000 tourists that docked at this port. And so we will continue to work together with the players to ensure that indeed the coastal part of this country benefits from cruise tourism.
I want to appreciate and to thank the captain of the ship for making this maiden trip to the port of Mombasa. As KPA, we are really happy and honored that the cruise tourism that the country has been yearning for is really picking up. As you are all aware, this is not the first vessel that has called here, and this is not the last time this vessel is also calling here. We will encourage the master and the company to make this port of Mombasa to be their home port. This is a port that welcomes tourists, and all these facilities that you've seen we've put up here, it is for the purpose of inviting investors also to invest in the cruise tourism in the port.
Committee Chairman Musa Sirma says that despite scraping school feeding, the program will leave students in designated areas vulnerable. His remarks come as the government proposes to end the program, the school feeding program that is, which has seen violence from teachers, parents and other education stakeholders who want it to remain. Speaking during the official handover of 2 new classrooms built at Mary Cliff Junior High School in Mvita, Sirma urged the government to reverse its decision in the school feeding program because it plays a crucial role in our education system. The committee conducted inspection visits to various areas, institutions in Mombasa County, and will also meet with NGCDF leaders from Matuga and North Kilifi.
Government should not cut on food because it is a very important element in the learning process. If you do not provide for food, you may end up not getting even, you will find malnourished children. And these malnourished children may not be able to, we may lower even the standard of education in this country, and it will be detrimental to the education sector. We are changing from a new system, an old system to a new system, which if we do not encourage the students to continue with it, there would be a lot of discouragement because they are used to having food and now you want to cut on food. So I want to ask the government to reconsider that position and continue providing food for the children.
And that is all the time we had for you today. But before we go, authorities in Kenya say around 6,000 children go missing every year, which translates to 18 children disappearing per day. Parents of the missing young ones are helpless, not knowing when their children will return. Between July 2022 and May 2023, there were 6,841 reported cases of missing children. Annually, approximately 6,500, which is 6,500 children go missing, equating to about 17 children per day. The actual number may be higher due to under-reporting. Now, Nairobi and its surrounding areas have seen a significant rise in these cases, with particular concerns in populous estates like Kasarani, Zimmerman, Syokimau, Kitengela, and Nolongo. Many of these incidents are believed to be linked to child trafficking, with some children being lured by kidnappers under false pretenses. The government, along with organizations like Missing Child Kenya, is working to raise awareness and improve the response to these cases. However, the situation remains dire, necessitating greater community vigilance and coordinated efforts from law enforcement and civil society. Athena Morgan, the Africa Regional Project Manager at the International Center for Missing and Exploited Children, ICMEC, will be joining us today for this discussion. This is EBN TV. Up next, Know Your Law.